Alright, hello everyone or no one. Today we'll be ranking the Generation 3 Pokemon. I was going to do this yesterday, but I kind of took a nap that got interrupted, and then I'm going to be very tired. I only intended to nap for like an hour and ended up sleeping all night long. So I was too asleep to stream. So I'm going to try to do 2 streams today instead to make up for that. Alright, without further ado, let's get started. I said and then I had to adjust audio on something, but then, okay, seriously, let's get started. So, our first Pokemon is Treeko, and before we rank him, I need to add one more row, because I'm not so forgiving as to say D is the worst grade you can get. We're going to add F, blue for the Y. Ugh, okay, this one. D, I always mess these up. Anyways, there we are, D rank. So we have an F for the truly bad ones. So, Treeko, he's a pretty good starter. He's a cute little guy. I'll give him an A. He's good. He's cute. Gravile is Treeko, but cooler. Also, he was pretty good in Pokemon Mystery Dungeon, which I'm kind of in the middle of playing, but I've been in the middle of playing it for well over a year. I play it like 5 minutes every few months. I'll never get to the end. But he's really good. I really like him. He can have an S. Alright. Sceptile. I don't like this as much as Treeko or Gravile, and I've always thought his evergreen tree tail looked kind of silly, although it really conveys that he's a grass-type Pokemon. And for some reason I really hated the one that I had when I played the game. I went back and looked at it, and I named him Butthead for some reason, and for little child me, that was a big insult, so I don't know, I just don't like him very much. See. Mega Sceptile. This is maybe a little cooler. The yellow pods on his back, he's always had those, so I guess it's not really a change. And they do go from yellow to orange to red. That's a little neat. I'll give it a B. Torchic. Very cute. It was in the anime. I think it was May's Pokemon. Anyways, Torchic's wonderful. S rank. Also, for some weird reason, there is a gender difference on Torchic. It's the only starter Pokemon with a gender difference. The male have a singular pixel on their backside, which I don't know if it's supposed to be like a tail accent or their butthole, but yeah, they have that. Anyways, Combuskin, less good than Torchic. I'd probably give it like a B. It's this weird chicken person thing, but then Blaziken brings it back to a really good, really cool design. I'm going to give it another S. These are some good ones. Mega Blaziken, I actually don't like as much as regular. It looks a little weird to me. I don't even like it enough for an A. I'll give it a B. Mudkip. Do you like Mudkips? Mudkip. Mudkip. You youngins might not get that reference at all. Is it even a reference? Who knows? Alright. What's his name? Marshtomp? Or the fully evolved one's Marshtomp, right? I don't even remember its name. Still, it's a little... It's okay. I don't hate it. B. Marshtomp, I think. Little cooler than that one. I can give it an A. Starters are pretty much always good designs. I mean, that's kind of part of the design philosophy of the series, because the starters have to be good so that people will want them, so that they want the games. Like, other Pokemon can be ugly, but they usually try their best with the starters. Mega Marshtomp, I think. I don't know. It's a little too bulky. It's a little weird. I'm sure it's pretty strong. I'd give it a B. Poochyena. He's a cute little dog, little wolf. He kind of loses points for not really being different from just like a wolf. Like, it's got to be a Pokemon, you know? So I'll give it a B. Mightyena. It's a big wolf dog. I mean, same as Poochyena. It's a cool one, but doesn't look Pokemon enough. Looks very much just like an animal. Zigzagoon is a raccoon. He's cute. B. Linoon. I like this one, even though it's basically the same Pokemon as Ferret. It just looks like another ferret. B. Alright, Wurmple. Red Caterpie. C. It's just a cocoon. I don't much care for it. D. Beautifly. It's basically just Butterfree 2.0. We already have Butterfree. But it is a nice butterfly Pokemon, and I do like those, so I'll give it an A. It's pretty good. This one, let's see, I think one's Cascoon, the other one's like Duskoon or something like that, because it evolves into Dustox. Or maybe it's not, but these are basically the same Pokemon. And then Dustox, a lot of people like this one. I mean, it does clearly convey that it's a poison bug, but I don't much care for it. I think it's pretty ugly. I'll give it a D too. Lotad. Cute, silly little looking guy. His little hat looks like it's kind of meant to hold water, except that it's got a pie slice out of it, so yeah, I like him well enough. He can be a B. Whereas Lombre kind of looks like just a dude in a sombrero, but green. Probably a C. Ludicolo. It might be like slightly racist. It more looks like just like some dude in a sombrero with a poncho. That's it's hard to argue. Hold on. Might have had the music too low. It's always a mess with the music I'm trying to use for this because the volume keeps changing, and the streaming software won't pick it up if it's too quiet, but if it's over a certain point, it'll make it louder than the microphone. Sorry, anyways, so Ludicolo, we'll give him, yeah, B. I like him better than the Lombre. Also, if it's too loud, it kind of hurts my ears, so I'll turn that down. Okay, C-Dot. C-Dot is... it's a little cute. It's this little seed guy. I don't love it, though. Do I like it even enough for a B? No, it's a pretty blasé C. No strong feelings on it either way. But Nuzleaf, I'd probably give this another C, or maybe even a D, because it's just a little person with some kind of tree elements. But it has nipples. Nuzleaf has nipples. Why? Why does this Pokemon need nipples? And keep in mind that it can be both male and female. So, or rather male or female. But, yeah, that's not something a Pokemon needs. I mean, I might be in favor on certain Pokemon, but, not this one. Shiftry, it's this big ugly tree guy. He looks a little bit like I think a Tengu. It's a kind of Japanese demon thing. He also looks like a kabuki performer. I kind of hate the design, though. I'll give it a D for not having nipples rather than an F. Talo. It's a bird. You know, just pretty solid bird. Swallow, I think. I kind of don't like that this one's just a two-stage evolution rather than the usual three-stage bird. And this looks like it's a middle evolution. So I think I'll give it another C. Wingle. They're just these little seagull guys. They're a little cute. They're too abundant, but I'll give it a B. Pelipper. It's a pelican. It's kind of a silly idea that a seagull evolves into a pelican. I don't like these as much as the Wingle. I think I'll give it a C. And also, y'all ever seen that video where a pelican just is around a bunch of other birds and it starts eating the other birds? That's real weird. I did not know the pelicans did that until I saw that video. They'll apparently just eat whatever, including other birds. Okay, Ralts. Small child Pokemon. It looks like a lost child with a bowl cut. See? Curlia. It's just a cute little ballerina girl. That's pretty neat. I'd give her maybe an A even. We haven't done an A in a while, and she's real cute. She's also in a Pokemon Cafe, which I've been playing recently. She's pretty alright. So, Curly can have an A. Gardevoir, however, 1 second. Gardevoir. She gets an S. A lot of people don't like how humanoid she is, how much she just looks like some woman. But I think she's pretty. She looks like a beautiful woman in a dress. Although the original idea of this design is that she's a magic knight, like a, what do you call it? It's a class in RPGs, not Maginite, but Spell Sword? Is that what I'm thinking? So that was the original design idea. Like, her hair was supposed to be perceived as like a helmet. But that didn't really come to fruition, so she really just came more across as a cute woman. And then this design was expanding upon her Pretty Woman design, where I think it's supposed to more resemble a wedding dress rather than just a dress. I really like Gardevoir, so and it was good for her to become stronger, so yeah, I'll give this another S. Really good. Gardevoir is pretty top tier. Very pretty. Surskit. Normally I don't really like spiders, but hold on, still balancing the music. I've got to just use different music for this, but for today, we're just gonna... Anyways, Surskit, I'll give her a B. She's cute, but kind of loses points for being a spider. And Surskit evolves into... I can't remember its name. I think it starts with an I. It's this little moth thing with, like, eye pattern wings. It's pretty decent. I'll give it a B. Shroomish. Obvious grass type and probably has spore moves. C. And then Breloom. A lot of people don't like this one, but I actually like it a lot. I think it's a grass fighting type, and I think it's kind of cute. I tend to use it when I come across it, and I think it's an early game Pokemon. So I give it at least a B. Maybe even an A. I like Breloom. I have positive feelings towards it. A. The music's quiet, but then it's going to swell because this is a symphony piece, so I turn up the volume and then, so streaming software can catch it, and then it's too loud for me, so I gotta turn it down. I gotta use something different. Sorry. Anyways, slack off. Yes. He's a slothy boy. I think this one's a little cute. I'll give it a B. And then vigorous sloth. He's an angry slothy boy. Basically the antithesis of what a sloth is, because they have no vigor. They're very slow. But I think it's kind of ugly, like kind of really ugly. I'd probably give it a D, just 'cause so ugly. And then slacking is like really, really ugly. It's this big old fat sloth. It's kind of a cool idea where he's a strong Pokemon, but he slacks. So I think every other turn he won't do anything. And he was kind of like a Snorlax 2.0. But I don't like him at all. F rank. Nincada. It's a cicada Pokemon. C. Ninjask. It's an evolved cicada that became a ninja for some reason. I like it. It's pretty good. You can probably get an A, actually. I like its design. I've never really liked using them, but design-wise, it's pretty nice. Shedinja. I actually really like this idea for a Pokemon. They've only done it the once, and it's probably a good thing. It's a unique idea. So when you evolve your Nincada into a Ninjask, if you have a free Pokeball and a free space in your party, Shedinja shows up. And it's like the ghost of the like the shell of the cicada, because that's the thing that cicadas do in real life, is over time they shed their skin like snakes do. I'm surprised we didn't have a shed snake Pokemon. They could probably just pull another one of these, or a similar idea. Anyways, I think it's a really cool idea. And then it's got a 1 HP, but it can only be hit by super effective moves. That'll come up later. But I really like it. It's either an A or an S. I haven't been very generous with the S's, so I'll give it an S. Whismur. It's a pun on whisper. I would give it a C, but from behind its model has a very clear butthole. I think it's supposed to be the start of a very short tail, but it looks like a butthole, so D. Loudred. I hate it. It's just really ugly and loud. Those are not things that I want in a Pokemon. I will give it an F. Yeah. And then somehow Exploud is even worse. I might even want to give it an F-, but I don't want to be that harsh, so F. Plus we don't need any more ranks. This is enough. F for sure on these. In fact, I dislike these guys so much that it might bring slacking back up to a D. Because he's not as bad as them. He's still pretty bad, though. Bottom of the D rank. Makuhita. I always thought he kind of looks like a Tide trash bag. But he's kind of alright. It's a very recognizable design. I'll give it a B. Whereas his evolution is much better. It's Hariyama. He's clearly a sumo wrestler, even though that's not really what sumo wrestlers look like. They usually wear a lot less. But he's pretty cool. I'll give him an A. Azurill. It's a cute, smaller Meryl. And it, it evolves into Meryl, so it should be that. A again, pretty cute. Maybe I didn't rate Meryl high enough originally. Probably should have given regular Meryl an A. It's a cute design. Nose pass. He's a rock with a nose. B, I kind of like it. It's a little silly. And then Skitty. I love Skitty. Also, you're one of your partners in Pokemon Mystery Dungeon, the one that I got stuck with. Kind of incompetent, but friendly. Also, these are just really adorable, so S rank. I love Skitty. They're one of my favorites from this generation. Delcatty. It kind of loses some of Skitty's cuteness, but it's still a pretty nice cat Pokemon. An A might be a little too generous, but I'll leave it with an A. Sableye. I really like this one. It's a cool... He's just Ghost, right? I keep sometimes thinking that he's like Ghost and Ice because of his eyes, but just Ghost. He's pretty good. I'll give him an A. Mega Sableye. I've never really seen this. I kind of like the idea, though, that he's got this giant gem. He's holding it where his eye is, so I hope that's not just his right eye that became giant. No, you see like a kind of reflection of him inside of it, and you see his eye. Okay. If that was his eye, it'd be real weird, but he just found a gem. Oh, and you can see on the sprite here. Yeah, okay. That's probably still an A. Yeah. Like it about as much as regular Sableye. They're both good designs. Both very good Pokemon. Mawile. I like this one. It's kind of the giraffe rig thing with a head in front and behind. Although its stance is like with its back to you, but the front of the Pokemon is the side with the like humanoid looking face. So A in any case. And then Mega Mawile. It's pretty cool, but I've never really seen it much. I'll just keep it at an A. Alright. Next up is Aron. Aaron. He's kind of cute. I'd give him, let's say, a B. Lairon. I don't like it as much as Aron. He's basically just Rhyhorn with a bunch of holes. C. Aggron, though, is pretty cool. I'll give him an A. He's a cool one. He's basically just Rhydon 2.0, but Rhydon was cool, and so is this. And then Mega Aggron. Forgot his name for a second. That's pretty cool, but again, I haven't really seen these ones much. I think a lot of the Generation 3 and even 2 Mega Pokemon were like extra things that you find in Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire, and I'm not sure I even beat Omega Ruby. I think it was like 70% of the way through it, and then I needed to play another game and never went back to it, so I definitely didn't do the extra side content to find the extra Mega Evolutions. And I think a lot of the Generation 1 ones as well, so that would be why I hadn't seen like Mega Pinsir. Anyways, Medicham. Wait, this one's Medicham, where's the Evolution Medicham? Anyways, this thing. No, it's Meditite, right? And then evolves in Medicham. In any case, it's like a little baby boy with a diaper. F for diaper. Okay, and then this one's Medicham. I don't like this one. It's a little too humanoid and too... Honestly, I just don't know what it is about it. I just think it's ugly. I don't like it. And then the Mega form. It's maybe a little better. It's just kind of expanded upon. It's clearly kind of a martial artist type thing, like a spiritual one. I can give it a C. Okay, Electrike. I always kind of like these little guys. They're not really amazing, but they're kind of cute. And then it evolves into Mantike, right? I like these guys. They're kind of like less interesting Shinx evolution line and yellow. So I'll give it an A. It's pretty good. And then the Mega. It looks a little doofy. I think it's supposed to kind of look like a lightning bolt, but I'm not sure how well that comes across. I still like it enough that I'll kind of loses points for being dumb, but I like doofy designs, so I'll just keep it where it is at A. Plusle and Minun. I mean, they've got to have the same rank because they're basically the same Pokemon. They're just basically Pikachu recolors, and I mean like slight recolors. But they're super adorable and they go together. I really like these. I'm gonna give them an S. Plusle and Minun are S. They probably don't entirely deserve it, but yeah, they're getting it. Volbeat and Illumise, two others that kind of go together. I don't like these very much, but they're, I guess, not so bad that they're into D or below, so C. Roselia. I like her. She's kind of interesting. This little plant with rose hands. I'll give her an A. That's a pretty good one. Gulpin. It's a blob. It's kind of always reminded me of Grimer, even though it's not the same color. C. And then Swalot. This one is definitely just like big Grimer. Also C. I don't hate them, but I don't really like them either. It's not Sharpedo, it's Carvana. That's right. It's an angry piranha. I kind of think it's ugly, so it'll stay at C. Whereas Sharpedo is pretty cool. It's this mini shark thing. It does look a little doofy in the bad way, but it's still kind of cool. I'll give it an A. Whereas Mega Sharpedo is just Sharpedo with more going on. Is it enough to bring it up to S rank? No. A rank. Actually, that way it might be better. It's a little better than its original form. Whalmer. He's a whale ball thing. These developers seemed a little weird to me. C. On the other hand, Wailord is basically just big old whale Pokemon. It's huge. He's supposed to be gigantic, and I mean, to be depicted on screen, I get why they don't make it as big as it really should be. And then, you can even Gigantamax these, or Dynamax, whichever one is the thing. They're big boys. I'll give an A. Yeah, it's good enough for an A. Maybe an S. I don't love them enough for S. A rank. Yep, and then the second set. Okay, Numel. It's this little one-hump camel thing. I will give it a B. Camerupt. It's a volcano camel. That's kind of a cool design. B again. Also, when I was a kid, I would always wonder what these zeros on the side of it were for, because it's got these 3 zeros, and it's like, are they going to have like numbers on them at some point? Because that'd be kind of interesting, but I don't really get the reason for that. I don't know. Anyways, Mega Camerupt. I've never really seen this in action, but it's Camerupt, except it's one big exploding volcano. I actually like that a lot. I'll give it an A. for Volcano. Torkoal. I kind of like this one. It's an interesting take on a turtle Pokemon because they're usually like water type, but this one's a fire turtle. But it really feels like it should evolve into something. Like this kind of feels like a middle evolution. So I'm going to give it a B. Spoink. He's a cute little piggy guy. B. Whereas Grumpig is not cute. C. Spinda. I really like Spinda. One of the things that not everyone knows, but I'm sure is brought up a lot about Spinda, is that its spot pattern is unique. It rolls a random on a number of like 1,000,000 or more. So it might even be like as big as 1,000,000,000. I forget. It's a massive number to the point where you will probably never see two of the same Spinda, or at least you're not supposed to. There's probably some bug in the thing where it keeps picking the same numbers more often, but because that's how those things always go. I know that from programming. The randoms don't always be as random as they're supposed to. But you should never see two of the same. Whether within your own game or seeing other people's Spindas, so I think that's pretty cool. Give it an A. Trapinch. I think it's supposed to be I was going to say antlion, but that doesn't sound right. Like a lion ant? They're these ants that build nests in sand, and they trap their prey in it's a little, what's it called? Sand whirlpool? Quicksand? Yeah, quicksand whirlpool. So they sink into the sand and then into the mouth. I'll give it a B. It's a little bit ugly, but I like it. At least well enough for a B. And then Vibrava. It's kind of a little, I guess, dragonfly looking thing. It doesn't make a lot of sense that it evolves from Trapinch, especially because they didn't do a good design They didn't do a good job of carrying over design or color choices. There's like nothing similar between these two. Maybe a little bit on like the lines, how it's got these, curves around its legs and then on the wings, but I wouldn't associate these if I didn't know it evolved into that. It does evolve into this, right? I'm not just making that up. I'm pretty sure it does. Anyways, I like it. It's a real cool looking one. Especially because I know what it evolves into. I guess it gets extra points because it evolves into one that I like. Otherwise, I'd probably just give it a B again. But I really like Flygon. It's a ground dragon, which is an interesting combo, and it also has Levitate, so it's immune to ground attacks. It's cool looking design. He's got these big old bug eyes, except they're like sunglasses because its real eyes are under there. But without them, its real eyes would look kind of dumb. But yeah, it's a pretty cool design. I like it. And I love dragon Pokemon. Dragon and Psychics are my favorites. Those are my two favorite types. So yeah, they usually get a pass for high ranks from me. I love those. A lot of people don't like Flygon, I've heard, but I was going to say something mean, but I thought better of it. So, Cacnea. He's a little cactus with a crown because they grow out of cactuses, kind of. They a little bit look like that. I think this is like James's Pokemon in the anime. It's got this weird mouth that's like tearing out of its flesh. I kind of don't like that so much, but I'll give it a B. Whereas Cacturne is worse. Wait, Cacnea and Cacturne, right? Might be the other way around. Anyways, C. And then we got Swablu. It's a little bird with cloud wings. It's kind of cute. And then Altaria, a bird with cloud body and wings, and I don't know why it's dragon type. It's dragon type for some reason. It can be an A. I don't love enough for an S. A lot of people really love Altaria, but I think it's flying dragon. It's weird. And then Mega Altaria. It's kind of looks like the same Pokemon, but it moved its position and got a few more clouds. Also, it's a lighter color blue for some reason. Still A. And then Zangoose. Zangoose and Seviper are natural enemies. They fight against each other because it's supposed to reflect the relationships of, I think, mongooses and vipers. Even though Zangoose does not look very much like a mongoose, and I think it's not even the mongoose Pokemon, but also has an M on its chest. Is that? Hold on, let's check what its Japanese name is. Zangoose is... Oh, Japanese name is still Zangoose, so... I don't know why I would have an M. B or A? You know, I think it's an interesting enough design to be an A. And Seviper, we have a lot of snake Pokemon, but it didn't go the same route as just make a snake. You know, it's got designs, and it's got the purple and red and the gold. I like it as well. It can be an A too. Lunatone. I always think the Solrock comes first for some reason. Because I think like Solrock and Lunatone, but Lunatone is first. It's just the moon, but a Pokemon. I like that idea. Yeah, okay, A rank 2. And Solrock is sun, but a Pokemon. And weirdly, neither of these appeared in Pokemon Sun and Moon. I don't know if that was intentional or they just like didn't think of it. That's definitely a flavor fail. Maybe they didn't want you to think like, oh, they're the representative Sun and Moon Pokemon when we've got Solgaleo and Lunala to represent them. Now that they've made Sun and Moon legendary Pokemon, they probably regret making earlier Suns and Moons. Anyways, this is, I think, Barboach. It's just kind of an ugly eelfish thing. C. Whiscash. I don't know. I'm very I don't know on this design. I've never known how I feel about it, so I also can't say whether I like it or dislike it, whether it's ugly or kind of cute. So they'll place it solid in the middle at C. Actually, we've got 6 ranks, so there's no real middle, but C. Because you have to have an odd number to have a middle. There's a Corphish. A lot of people love this, but it's basically just Krabby 2.0, like Lobster Krabby. B, C, C. Then Crawdont. This would look a lot better, like a lot better, if it didn't have the blue lips. Like without those, this would look like a pretty cool, intimidating, big lobster Pokemon. I'll give it a B. It's a little better than Corphish, but don't love it. Baltoy. I've never really liked this. It's a little rock doll thing. C. And then Claydol it's pretty ugly. Also, they're annoying to fight against. They were really defensive, if I remember. I think I actively dislike Claydol. It'll be in D. I think this is Lileep. It's basically just a potted plant. It's one of the fossil Pokemon in this generation. It's supposed to be like, you know, a fossil of a plant, but alive in a Pokemon. I'll give it a C. I don't much care for it. And Lileep evolves into, I'm definitely not having to Google this, Cradily. Yes. I knew that. I think it might like a little better. It's got this like angry kind of dragony look to it. I'll give it a B. And then Anorith. I'd probably give this thing an A or an S if it didn't have the goofy side eyes. Like if those red things were its eyes, it'd be really high ranked, but it's got those really just goofy stalk eyes. So B. And then Anorith evolves into Armaldo, which is one I definitely also remembered. I like it better. I think it would be an S rank, again, without the doofy eyes. I'll give it an A. I really like the design except for the doofy eyes, but the doofy eyes kind of work for it, so still A rank. Feebas, F. Melodic, S. She's got a little bit of that horny energy. And although I should give Feebas more points because that's exactly what they were going for. You got this really ugly one that evolves into the really pretty one. So, you know, they did what they were supposed to do, but I'm still going to put him at F. It's still just really ugly. It's supposed to be ugly, but so it's doing what it's supposed to, but it's ugly, so yeah, F. And then Melodic, she's real cute, and if I remember, pretty strong. She's a good water type Pokemon. Alright, Castform. It's an interesting idea, a Pokemon that's a cloud and then it changes with the weather. I don't think it's very, like, cute or cool looking though. It's kind of blah to me. Although some people pointed out that in this artwork of it, the cloud things kind of look like big boobs. They kind of look like boobs. But it's a cloud. I'll give them a B. And to me, the forms are basically just all the same, all B rank. That is a clever idea, though. I would have liked a more, I don't know, cute or cool looking Pokemon that changed with the weather. Alright, Kecleon. Kecleon's pretty good. It's a chameleon. It's just a chameleon. And I think it had an ability that was very chameleon. It changed its type or its color or something. I think it's called color change, but actually changed its type to... Does it match the last attack you hit it with? Is that what it does? He's pretty good. I'll give him at least a B. Shuppet. It's a ghost. It's basically just a sheet ghost. It's alright. It gets a B. And then Bennett. It's Shuppet with a zipper and bigger. I'm not exactly sure what it's supposed to represent IRL. Like what it's supposed to be a Pokemon of, because this, like, near Halloween, people will hang these little ghost things that are just a ball of, I don't know, but with a cloth wrapped around it, and they hang from a string. That's what Shuppet is, but Bennett, I don't know, it's supposed to be like a creepy doll that came to life. Creepy puppet, maybe, because Shuppet. Still B. It's pretty good. It's a real scary ghost Pokemon. And then Mega Shuppet. Yeah, it looks like a stuffed doll that the zippers are opening on and evil is flowing forth from. Okay, that's pretty cool. Ghost types typically have fairly cool designs. I'll give it an A. Dusclops, or... Yeah, I think this one's Dusclops. Definitely just searching my memory and nothing else. I've been able to just go off memory for the first two generations. I used to have the first, like, 800 Pokemon memorized, and then I just don't anymore. Your memory gets worse as you get older. Don't get old. Ah, yes, Duskull. That's right. This is Duskull. I totally just remembered that. Hey, hello. Someone... Oh, I missed the messages by 25 minutes. Yikes. Sorry about that. The message pop-up is not very noticeable. Looks like the person is already gone according to the streaming software as well. So, oops. Anyways, Duskull. I like it. It's a pretty cool ghost type. It's this little floating skull guy. Kind of reminds me of the pose from Legend of Zelda. And then this one's Dusclops. He's a mummy. I don't like him as much. Probably B. Tropius. I would always try to make this one work. Not that one. Oof. Adjusting him on the screen, so there was like a pixel that was off screen that was annoying me. Anyways, Tropius, he's tropical banana tree, but alive. I always tried to make it work in the party because it's banana Pokemon, but he's kind of terrible, stats-wise. But I still like him enough for an A. I don't know why I like it so much. Banana tree Pokemon. Chime Echo, it's a wind chime. B. It's cute enough to not be C. Absol, also this should be a little lower. I guess. That'll do. Anyways, Absol is really, really good. It's an edgy design, but it's supposed to be. It's a dark type, it's being this edgy little emo dog thing. I'm gonna give it an S. I really like Absol. And then Mega Absol is even edgier. It's got angel wings and demon horns. I think that's silly. I like it. I don't think I ever got to use it much, but I still really like it. I love Absol. S rank. And then why not? It's like Wobbuffet, but cuter. B. A. Let's give it A. It's cute. Snorunt, this little, almost like kind of looks like a teepee, but it's a nice Pokemon. I think it's supposed to just be like a little thing wrapping itself in a blanket. Not really sure though. B. Glalie. There. The box was fine for earlier generations, but these ones keep, I think these different sized images on I may or may not have taken these from Bulbapedia. Anyways, Glalie, I'm trying to think of where to put him because he's ugly, but he's supposed to be ugly. He looks like the head of a villainous character, like this detached, floating, evil head. He kind of looks like Frieza's head from Dragon Ball Z. A little bit. Let's go with B. I kind of dislike it, but it nails what it's going for, so B. And then this thing is horrifying, Mega Glalie, but it's supposed to be horrifying, so still B. This was Spheal, right? Seal and Sphere, Spheal. He's a really cute little roly guy. I think I can give him an A. And then this is... It is Celio. We already had a Pokemon that's just a seal. That C. We don't need more of that. And then Walrein. It's a walrus. But do we need any more of this? I mean, it kind of looks like maybe it's a sea lion instead of a seal, but those are very similar animals. Yeah, I'll be nice and give it a B. Clamperl, we literally already had Cloyster and Shelder, even though Shelder didn't have the pearl. But at least this one doesn't look like, you know what. You know what Cloyster looks like. At least if you're an adult, you do. B. B. Gets a few points for not being Cloyster. Otherwise, it would be a C. Huntail. This is just a really ugly eel? D. Gorbis. Another ugly eel thing, but more feminine, a little cuter. I'll give it a C. Maybe these are like supposed to go together or be the male and female of the same Pokemon, but I don't know what they're supposed to like be referencing, if they're a reference. I don't know. I don't like them very much. Relicanth, or yes, Relicanth. It's based on a I'm probably gonna pronounce this wrong. Coelacanth? Coelacanth? Coelacanth. I don't know. A fish that we thought had been extinct, and then someone found one in recent decades, and it's like, whoa, you found this weird extinct fish from like dinosaur times. Maybe not quite dinosaur times, but just really long ago and extinct, so that's kind of cool, but it's kind of ugly, so I don't want to give it more than a B. Love Disc. It's just the heart symbol, but alive. I've never really liked that. It's a little cute. I don't know. I'll give it a C. Bagon. I love dragons. He's just a little guy with like slicked back hair. He's a little dragon boy. B. B. Shelgon. He's just kind of a sphere dragon thing. It's kind of a cocoon again, but like a dragon cocoon. I like it better than the other cocoon Pokemon, so B again. Whereas Salamence, I like a lot. He's kind of this fat dragon thing, but he a dragon and I love dragons, so A rank. Maybe even S. No, for some reason I just don't like it enough for an S. And then Mega Salamence, which they don't have a sprite for some reason. He looks like he lost his arms, but they're actually pointed up because the shoulder things on the armor don't go over his shoulders, they go over his arms. That's doofy. If they actually went on his shoulders and you could like see his arms, maybe they should be a little bigger. Then this would be a really cool design in my opinion. I like his two wings turn into one giant moon wing. That's interesting. I'd probably give it another A, maybe even an S. I'd give it an S if they did it right, but as is, it's an A. Alright, Beldum just looks like a metal arm, except the face is on the not hand end of the arm. C. Metang. It's two Beldums with a middle part. Yeah, because it's the arms and the rest of it. Probably a B. It's fairly cool. Metagross, though, is really cool. It's those arms, except now there's 4 of them, and it's really heavy. It doesn't float anymore. Got that angry X on its face. It's a really cool design. Oh, does it deserve an S? It's really cool. But the thing is, do I love it enough for an S? I think not. A. Mega Metagross. This one is back to flying like its previous evolution, and now it has a spike. And not better enough to be an S, so still A. And then the Reggies. Regirock is a big rock guy. C. Although I do like the, there were braille puzzles that you had to get to them, but you can't, because it was a flat screen, they couldn't really do the braille properly, so they just had the circles to represent the bumps. And I remember having to print out like a Braille translation to understand what was going on in their caves. It was kind of an interesting idea. I mean, if we had like three-dimensional screens and they could print out the Braille, that would have been like really interesting, but that's too much to expect from technology at the time. Reggie Ice. He's a big ice guy, maybe a little better than Reggie Rock. I'll give it a B. Registeel, okay, he's a pretty cool robot guy. I don't super love it, but it's probably the coolest of the three, so I guess A rank. I'm not, you know what, no, I can't give an A rank, B, but higher B than Reggie Ice. Because I'm not very interested in any of them. Latias. I think she's really cute, and she's dragon and psychic type. I love that. If she was stronger, I'd really, really like her. As she is, I think still an S rank, though. She's pretty cool. She's this weird, like, airplane dragon thing. And then, Latias is same thing, but, it's clear this one's supposed to be male, this one's female. But they don't have genders because they're legendary Pokemon, and most legendaries do not have gender. Anyways, I don't like it as much as Latias, but he's still pretty cool. A rank. And then they actually just share a legendary design. I think because they like merged together or something for the. Did I say legendary? I meant Mega Evolution. Mega Latias and Mega Latios are the same Pokemon. And apparently at the end of Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire you can fly around on this, which is pretty cool, but I did not get that far. I really should go back and replay that one. Anyways, still A rank, pretty cool. Big ol' airplane dragon. And then Kyogre. Kyogre's pretty neat. It's this big water thing. It gets an A. But Primal Kyogre is that but cooler, so that's kind of bump it up a rank, right? S. I really like Primal Kyogre. That's really cool. But I like Groudon even better than Kyogre. I think he's just really good from the get-go. I'd give him an S just as he is. He's a really good design, and then Primal Kyogre is even better than regular Kyogre. So, higher in the S rank than him. Rayquaza. He's this big, long dragon. He kind of looks like a rocket. I'd give it an A. It's pretty cool, but not going up for S. Whereas this is him, but cooler. And then I think there was a shiny one that was involved in one of the movies, or maybe you get one in the game, or something like that. It's all black. That's pretty neat. Do I love it enough for S, though? It's cooler than regular, but I don't think I love it enough for S. Jirachi is pretty good. It's another Mew type. Mew, Celebi, Jirachi. I feel like they kind of have similar design ideas. It's a shooting star. It's pretty good. Is it S rank good? It might be. I do really like it. I guess I'll give it an S rank. Okay. Deoxys. It's got these like DNA arms. It's a pretty cool Pokemon. And it's one of the Pokemon that is definitely an alien. Like there was this theory that all Pokemon are aliens and like they came in on a comet, and I think that would explain Clefairy and maybe Jigglypuff in an episode of the anime. And then maybe all Pokemon came from space. They've been really vague about it. But this one definitely is an alien, and that's pretty cool. I'll give him an A rank. And then he's got 3 different forms. I think attack form, defense, and speed form. Attack and speed, I think I'd give these both A ranks too. They're really cool. In fact, I think the attack form is cooler than regular Deoxys. And then the defense form is kind of ugly, so I'd honestly give this a C. Alright, I guess that's the end. So, to recap the S Pokemon, we've got Gardevoir. She's a little bit got horny energy, but is mostly just a pretty lady. So, I just really like her. She's psychic and she is pretty. And then Mega Gardevoir is, I should probably put it higher, even though I didn't get to use her much, because it's even prettier. It's her in a wedding dress. And then Gravile is really great, especially because Pokemon Mystery Dungeon. Torchic is cute as heck. Definitely the cutest starter this generation. Blaziken is really strong looking and my favorite fully evolved starter of the generation. Mudkip is Mudkip. Gotta be S. Shedinja was a cool design idea. I really like it, so S rank. Skitty, super adorable. I like cats. It's a cute cat Pokemon. S rank. +1 Minun are adorable, even though they're just Pikachu clones. I should bump them down to A for just being Pikachu clones, but I'll leave them. I really like these two. Flygon is this kind of cute but really cool dragon guy. I love dragons. Flygon's pretty great. Melodic. Again, she's a kind of pretty female one. And I'm not going to forgive Feebas for being ugly, even though it's supposed to be ugly. So it's staying at F rank and she's staying at S. Absol is an edgy boy. Mega Absol is an even edgier boy. Edgy little emo Pokemon dog thing. Or girl, you know, if it's female. Still, I really like this. A lot of people could be like, oh, that's dumb as just being edgy. Yeah, D or F rank, but nah, I like it. It leans into the edgy design. Yeah, it's staying. S rank. Latias, super cute. Dragon and Psychic, my two favorite types. Also, there's that weird scene in the movie where she turns into a human and kisses Ash, which that's got strange implications regarding pokephilia and possibly pedophilia, because Ash was 10. Probably best if you don't think too much about that. Alpha Kyogre, very cool. Kyogre is already pretty cool, and then this stepped it up a notch. I really appreciate that. So, yeah, S rank. And then Groudon was already good enough for S rank, and this stepped it up a notch. I'm not going to put it into like an S plus rank, though, because I don't think I like it more than Gardevoir or most of the other S ranks. But still, it's like Groudon and Groudon Plus. I really like these two. And then Jirachi. Jirachi's pretty great. I would almost just put it at an A rank, but it's it's good enough for S. Yeah, it's cute enough. Just barely stays in S rank. So yeah, that's that for now. I'll be doing 4 later today, Generation 4. But first we're going to go back to Pokemon Shield, not Shield, Sword, and do the last bits of the Isle of Armor. And then maybe some dicking around. Music's fading out, so I'm just gonna, might as well just mute it so we don't have just, because the audio is doing this little thing where a little bit is coming in, it's cutting in and out. We're ending, so let's just mute. Yeah, thank you for watching. Sorry to that one person whose message I missed. I've got to get better at seeing messages. Yeah, we're gonna play Pokemon Sword. I'm gonna wrap that up in hopefully like an hour or less, and then I'll probably take a break for lunch or something. I should probably eat in between. And then I will start up with Generation 4. I've got it prepared already. And then I'll be doing the next session, which should be the other DLC in Sword. We haven't started it yet, although I kind of know what Pokemon we get in that one. I've been trying really hard not to see them. I keep putting my hand over my eyes when I see them come on the screen, or I look up regular version of the Pokemon and then like up Galar version. Don't want to see that. Kind of put my hand over it. So I've only kind of caught glimpses of them, but I think I'm going to really like those when we get to it, which will be later today. But first, Isle of Armor. So let's get ready and do that. It should be a few minutes because I've got to do some things with the setup here, but yep, moving to that. Thank you for watching.